Hello, right, in a similar vein to my Tom Petty video, I thought it'd be cool to do another compilations album where I do actually have quite a few 7-inch singles from. Going back, oh man, 25 years ago, this compilation came out, Cigarettes and Alcohol, 40 Modern Anthems. I bought this back in the day with my probably my paper round money, I'd imagine, or uh, or maybe my weekend money I got for working in a cafe when I was about, I don't know, 16. It might have been from that actually. But yeah, I went out and I brought this, and it is probably one of the best compilations you can buy. It is fantastic. This really was quite insightful for me, who didn't know many of the tracks at the time of about 16. On the back here, some great stuff and some sort of obscure one or two pieces on here which I managed to track down on 7-inch single vinyl, which I've got to the collection, and as well as some introduced me to some albums from some of these songs from the artist's album where the song was released on. Monaco, for example, I picked up that one. But yeah, I can't say I own every single one. But there's a few on here I do. I wish I had Oasis Cigarettes and Alcohol on 7-inch single. Maybe one day I might pick that up. But yeah, there was four volumes released. This was the first, 40 Modern Anthems. The second one, I think this came out maybe a year or two after. So I'll look for the year here. Yeah, 2001. So this was a year after this came out, and I brought this on its release as well. Some great stuff on here. Ramones, Baby I Love You, Ian Duran, The Blockheads, Small Faces, Ocean Colour Scene. Just great stuff in relation to sort of cigarettes and alcohol theme. The Jam, Town Called Malice, Primal Scream Rocks, just great stuff, and it's all footballing covers, British football of the past. So yeah, Volume 3 was Saturday night, Sunday morning, and yeah, I got this probably about a couple of years ago actually from a charity shop. This is one I missed out on upon its release. But yeah, some more good songs. I do notice on this series that some of these songs do repeat, such as Primal Scream Rocks and others as well. I'm not quite sure why they did that, but still a good comp for the least. And this was like 50p. I mean, come on, 50p, and another British historic photograph there of the FA Cup back in the day, when the FA Cup was quite an important day. Moving on, the last one they did, I think this came out in 2008, so quite some years after. So yeah, Cigarettes and Alcohol, 40 albums from now and then, featuring Oasis, the Stone Roses, Kasabian, Kings of Leon, The Jam, The View, Manic Street Preachers, Primal Scream. And we got, I'm guessing, Spurs versus Manchester United photograph there, because that was really the fixture, the dream fixture back in the time of the sort of, I guess it was the 60s, but I think the photograph might have been from maybe the 70s, a little bit later perhaps, but it was the fixture of the 60s, the two titans of the time. So, and this is really just a rehash more than a follow-on to the series. It repeats a lot of the songs from Volume 1, as well as a few others as well. So, yeah, it's a lot of them are repeats, and there's some few new additions on this compilation. So moving on, the singles which I have on vinyl, which I believe, well, mainly from the first two comps, combination between the two. So we got Squeeze, Call for Cats on 7-inch single, which I picked up. I believe this is on pink vinyl on the AM label. So yeah, look at that. That's brilliant, isn't it? Fantastic. So yeah, this came joint with the other single on the compilation as well, Up on the Junction. I wasn't familiar with either of these tracks until I brought that compilation back in the day, and I've always loved Up on the Junction and Call for Cat. So yeah, two great songs. I believe this is on coloured vinyl as well, possibly purple or violet. So yeah, there you go, look, in a nice shiny condition, Up on the Junction, and that's 1979. So there you go, two great singles. This is the jewel in the crown for me, really. This is not an easy single to pick up, and it's not a cheap one either. I can't say I've ever spent as much as I have on a 7-inch single before as this. And this is Sundays, Here's Where the Story Ends. Terrific song. And yeah, so a quick ganders at this. So yeah, the A side on Rough Trade Records. Lovely song. Came out early 90s, 1991, around about then. Lovely hit. It's repeated on the radio quite often. I think it's been redone a few times as well by different artists in the past. So yeah, limited edition. I think this is only available. This pictured one only came out in Australia, I believe. Could be wrong. Right, I picked up 2 copies of the Lars There She Goes. This is the remix version, the 90s remix version. And I also picked up the original single version from 1988. They took a long time to actually get these songs out there. I think these songs before the album actually was released may have been sort of close to maybe 10 years old or so. I could be wrong there, but it's something like that. These songs were remade over and over again, and couldn't quite get the perfect sound which they were after. Hence why I think this remix was made, and it does sound better than this. But on the other hand, this just sounds a little bit more natural. But this is more polished by certain. So yeah, the two of them there, and I'm glad to have both of these into the collection. Great songs. And also picked up from the record shop the Lars Deluxe version for £10, and I thought this is a nice little bargain. This deluxe editions, they're not always easy to get, so cheaply, and I thought £10 was a pretty good deal. So yeah, there you go, all the songs, the original album, and also we have the Mike Hedges album, which I think was before the original. I think, I'm not sure, but they were looking for improvements on the songs, and they rehearsed these songs in the studios many times before the album actually came out. But there you go, some bonus material on there as well. So very cool to have that. This is a song, a bit of an unknown gem, really. I'd never heard of this band, but the song New Perfume by Crashland I thought was fantastic. And really I kind of forgotten a bit about it until I revisited the original compilation again recently. and heard Crashland New Perfume, and I thought, oh God, I gotta get that single. It is so darn good. The drums on it's fantastic. It's just a real, it's a belter. It's a belter of a song, and I found it mint condition on Discogs for like a couple of quid. I thought, oh, that's a bargain. That's an absolute bargain. I was delighted. Yeah, so yeah, glad to pick this up. I'm not sure. I think it's just on black vinyl, I believe. But yeah, a gem, an absolute gem. If you've not heard this, go check this out. If you like indie rock music, and you might like this. It's very punk as well. It's very punky number. It's got a bit of sort of like a bit of rebellion going on there, you know. And also I picked up the album it's from as well, Crashland Glued, which I've never seen before. Picked it up, I think, on eBay for like a couple of quid or so. Of course, has the song New Perfume on there as well as the deep cuts as well from the album. So yeah, glad to have that on CD. Picked up The Clash, the absolute classic Should I Stay or Should I Go Now? This is from a record shop. I went in a record shop quite recently and picked up a few 7-inch singles which were related to the compilation, and this was £5, so I thought that's coming home with me, definitely. These were eBay finds. Madness, My Girl. This so happened to be on either volume 1 or volume 2. I think it was volume 1 this is on. So yeah, always liked the song My Girl by Madness. 60s number here. Yeah, a 60s number on the compilation. Small Phases, Lazy Sunday Afternoon, on the Immediate label. Great song. Very, very British. So yeah, really love it. Absolutely love it. And a nice little pick up there. This was an eBay find as well. This was another record I found in the record shop. I picked up that other single, The Clash, The Smiths, and the absolute classic This Charming Man, of course, by Morrissey. Johnny Marr, guitar and piano, Andy Rourke, bass guitar, and Mike Joyce on drums. So yeah, classic song. There is another one on the compilation, Panic on the Streets of London, which I don't have. I wouldn't mind picking that one up as well. So it'd be nice to get a few more of these 7-inch single vinyl records and add them into the collection at some point, because I think those songs on the compilations are fantastic. The Ramones, this was in the record shop for £10. Baby I Love You. So yeah, saw that and thought, yeah, that one too is coming home with me. Great song by the Ramones. JJ72 Snow, similar to the Crashland hit. Bit of a sort of an unknown number, this one. Came out, I think, in 2000 or 2001. I think it was 2000. I'm not quite sure where these charted. Maybe in the top, somewhere in the top 30, top 20. Not exactly that high, but sort of forgotten about years later, you know. But revisiting these songs, it's a really good song. Perhaps not quite as good as the Crashland New Perfume, but still a very good song nonetheless. And looked it up on Discogs, found it on vinyl for a couple of quid. I thought absolute bargain. So yeah, JJ72 Snow, great song. The Wonder Stuff, Don't Let Me Down Gently, great song of theirs. Either it's late 80s, early 90s. Oh yeah, there you go. 1989 on the Polydor. Great hit of theirs, always liked it. And yet again, it was a song introduced to me on that compilation. which are many of these actually. So yeah, another one, Too Much Too Young, the special, aka live. Too Much Too Young, great song by the Specials, and glad to have this on the collection as well. Finally, Monaco, What Do You Want From Me? Peter Hook took a bit of a side project with Monaco after New Order and located the single on vinyl, which wasn't cheap. There's a limited edition coloured version. I think it was the only one they released on red vinyl. Yes, like that trans red vinyl. So very nice. Released in 1997. Great hit. I think it's a bit forgotten about. It doesn't seem to get much airplay on the radio for me. And it's a sort of song people sort of tend to forget about a bit. I don't know why, because it is a great song. And it's a great one to revisit if you've forgotten about this number. I also picked up the album as well, Music for Pleasure, and it's got the original Virgin chart label on there for $13.99. This is how much we used to pay for CDs back in the day. This would have been 1997. It was quite pricey. They even go up further up than this, sort of like in the sort of the £17 range sometimes, some of these CDs. So they weren't cheap back in the day. So Monaco Music for Pleasure includes the singles What Do You Want From Me and Sweet Lips and Shine. So there you go. That is everything. So CDs, albums, 7-inch singles, inspired from two great compilations over 25 years ago. Can you believe these two comps? And it opened up many musical ventures for me. Introduced me to many of these songs which I didn't know 25 years ago. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed the video, everyone. Till next time, bye for now.